You are now a demigod.
He's sitting in his limousine sleeping like drunk, and then some dudes try to steal his tire, and he hops out, and you're just like, because you're sitting there and you're like, yo, it's been forever since you've seen Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, it's his last hurrah, and now you see him like this like beat up like older Wolverine, and you're like, what the fuck? He's just like driving a limo in the middle of the desert. And these guys try stealing his shit. He gets out, and he's at the point where he's like not even confrontational anymore. He's just like, I don't want to fight anymore. Like,
I've killed so
you know what I'm
many
saying?
people.
Like, I've killed so many people. Like, just don't make me do this. And then they shoot him. No, they go to shoot him, but they end up shooting the car at first, and he jumps in front of the bullet because he's like, no, not the car, because he knows he's like, I can take a bullet, but don't fuck up my car, bro.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad and he just murders him. And it's the first Wolverine movie where he's they got a rated. It was after Deadpool. This is a great show, yeah, because it's like Deadpool got the rated R stamp.
Yeah.
And then that's why they made the new Logan. Because they were like, yo, wait, we can't not, like, now we know they're down to make a superhero movie, fucking rated R. They're like, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman deserves one.
Yeah.
So they literally give him this
been
movie,
ripping people to
and then
shreds
you
for
see
years.
him murder dudes like with his claws like you've never seen before. Fucking just like gashing, like just. I remember watching, just being like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "This shit is gonna be different,
bro."
Yo.
The scene that I knew Logan was fucking different was when they went to like the house, and they were like they had X like in the crib or whatever, and then that's when the new Wolverine pulled up, like the experiment shit,
and he was like terrified.
Oh my gosh, bro, because he knows what his younger self was like. He was like, this nigga's gonna fuck.
Yeah, that was like one of the first times I remember seeing like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine like be like scared,
afraid,
afraid.
He was that ass afraid,
yeah.
Like that shit. That movie was
that
so
shit was crazy.
hard.
You saw Nope? Good? Yeah.
Jordan Peele is a fucking genius, bro.
I didn't watch his last one.
Oh, you didn't watch Us?
I didn't. No, I saw Us. I think. I
Get
didn't
Out?
See, Candyman.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't him.
I haven't even seen Get Out yet.
Candyman was him.
I don't think so.
I believe so. I think Candyman was Jordan.
You haven't seen Get Out?
Get Out. No.
You haven't seen Get Out?
How my mic sound?
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Everything.
You haven't seen Get Out?
I haven't seen Get Out.
I would have thought of all people, Chris.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Well, I gotta watch Get Out.
Yo,
now,
you sound slept right now, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy needs to wake up, bro.
Wake the fuck
I don't
up,
want to be
Chris.
woke. I don't want to be part of the woke crew.
Why?
Because I don't like the woke crew.
Nah, but Get Out's not even like some like crazy ass woke movie. I just think
as a horror movie, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's
See, that's okay. That makes sense.
Even
That's
if you take away like the whole message.
No, that's why I haven't seen it.
But it's not
just, like,
gory horror. It's
I don't
reality
like it.
horror.
I don't like it.
Nah, yeah.
Have you ever watched Antebellum?
Nope.
Like seeing that and like in reality, it's like it's a horror, but at the same time, it's like the movie is a think piece, and I feel like Jordan Peele does that a lot with like most of his movies. So it's not like you won't ever see like someone pop out jump scare getting like gutted, but it's like it's scary because it's like, all right, this is either a sci-fi type of thing, and most of his movies are like science fiction.
You know what it is for me?
He's very like Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
kind of like inspired.
I don't like
you
that
could tell,
emotion.
You know, like you
Why?
grew up on that
Like,
shit.
I feel like I got one life to live. I got 24 hours. I'm not gonna go purposely put myself through like this anxious and feeling of waiting for something to happen, and I don't want
Suspense.
Nah, bro. Yo,
I
Chris
don't
says that,
understand
but that
that.
one time we put on that horror movie,
The Empty Man. The
Empty Man, bro. He was into it more than
Chris was
anybody.
like, what the
He's sitting there like, yo, this is like deep right now, man.
can't-
I
I
get
can't
this
do
movie
it.
right
You
now.
see what that movie
Half of us
represented?
had stopped watching.
You remember that? Do you want to break down that movie? You remember it?
No, I don't remember it.
All right. So that
Just give me some. What was it about?
so synopsis. The
I don't
movie-
even remember
we,
it, bro.
we were watching.
You
it.
were like,
I saw
you
it
were
twice.
into it.
I know. I remember being into it. I do remember. I do.
I saw it twice, so I think I definitely remember
Okay.
the plot of it.
Wait, the guy who is that? The guy who
Who's the
gets
cop?
in a car accident and goes to heaven?
No,
Nuh-uh.
it's the dude. He's a cop.
Huh?
There's been like a missing persons report of like people that go hiking or whatever, and I believe either his daughter goes missing or someone he knows daughter's going missing. Went missing. So he goes to the town to look for them, and then like the townspeople are like weird and stuff like that, and basically, as he's trying to figure out like on the trail like where these people went missing, he uncovers like this whole like conspiracy, like a bunch of people that's been missing, and like people will come back, like and they'll just be like different like shells of people and stuff like that. And the guy, he figures out that basically this whole thing's an occult. and
Oh yeah, and they started chasing him.
yes,
Yeah.
you remember that shit.
They were like,
Yeah.
they were standing in a circle and they see
The
him
light came on him,
and he
was-
takes a step back and then
And
they
they,
take
like,
a step
take it forward.
forward.
Yeah.
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 That's the only scene I remember
So
from
in
this.
that movie, like the whole thing was that like he thought that he was hunting these people down
Yeah.
and he was gonna get the girl back and all this other stuff. But they literally roped him into it because of the shit that he experienced before.
Yeah.
Remember, I think his wife had died in a car accident because of him,
Yeah, he was cheating on her. With
and he was cheating on her while she was pregnant and shit like that.
And,
So
like, used his pain to create
Mhm.
something.
and they said that they needed an empty man, so they used him as a host. Remember? So shit like that, where it's deeper meaning. Like that movie, at no point in that movie were you like, oh,
Yeah,
but you watched it and you were just like, what
had
the
me tripping.
exactly. So that's what Jordan Peele's movies does. But so I won't break down Nope now.
Uh-huh.
But by next episode, I want to do a breakdown because
Can-
that shit is.
Can you give it a
Fire.
rating? Your personal rating. You personally.
Alright.
How you
Out of
felt
10?
About it. Yeah, out of 10.
All right, out of 10, I gave it. At first, I was like, it's hard to explain, and I completely understand now why he did the trailers with like
Yeah.
no real synopsis in it.
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of clips. Like people didn't even know what the movie was about. Like he didn't explain it.
As far as I understand, you don't have to say yes or no.
Mhm.
As far as I understand, it's about aliens.
Okay.
So
But-
is it like? Would you compare it like the horror, I guess, aspects like Stranger Things? You don't watch Stranger Things.
I do watch Stranger Things.
You didn't see the newest season.
No, I haven't finished it, but I do
Okay,
watch
so
it.
my Halette was watching it throughout the week,
Mhm.
and like sometimes I would just pop in. I would catch like an hour of it, so I haven't seen it completely, but I saw bits
Yeah.
and parts of it. And yo, it's fire.
That's how I feel about Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
What?
As a guy, you know what I'm saying? I've never watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've just seen bits and pieces of it, and that's
Yeah.
how I've gained all my knowledge about the Kardashians.
It's horror.
You haven't finished it though yet, right?
Stranger Things?
Yeah, new season.
He hasn't
I haven't-
started it.
Yeah, or
I've seen season one.
technically, I've probably not.
I haven't seen season one. Didn't see season two. Didn't see all of season three. Didn't see all of season four.
So he hasn't started
Okay. You finished season 4?
No.
Oh.
it. Last season I watched was the end of 2.
Oh, really?
Beginning of 3, yeah.
I saw 3. Why'd you stop 3? It was whack.
Yeah, I feel like it was dragging.
Yeah, I didn't like 3. 3 to me made no sense.
It was like dragging.
And it was just full of obvious product placement.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
literally a scene where they're running from a monster, bro. They stop in like a convenience store to hide.
Wait, I need a
And then
Coca-Cola.
He's like, wait, I need a Coke. And he takes a drink. Oh. And they're all just looking at him like disgust. And you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? He's just like,
Speaking of product,
he's like,
placement,
I like it. And they're like, that's disgusting. And it was like some kind of Coke that came out back then, I
Yeah.
guess. It was
Yeah, I
fucking
think it was
stupid.
when,
I was just like, you kidding me?
When
Like,
I
this is
saw
like
that-
a
I saw that.
climax
I
right
thought
now.
that's when there was like a thing when Coke was gonna change their recipe.
Yeah, it
Coke
was like a
changed their-
different kind of.
But then when Coke changed
right?
their recipe, they made like I think Pepsi came out, and they were gonna take Coke out of business, and Coke went back to their original recipe.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the same.
like,
if
yeah.
the time period to line up.
I could be.
what
I know-
recipe like real drugs? In
I've
the
heard
drugs?
what's his name? Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner. He talks about it. He has a talk on like cognitive dissonance.
Mhm.
He talks about when Coke did something stupid like that, and because they had a patent on a flavor,
Mm.
right? Coke flavor, there was a patent on it. But if you can't improve a flavor, you can only change it. So they tried to market it like they were improving the flavor. You're trying to improving it, you're changing it,
Or
Yeah,
and the market didn't react well to that.
right.
people were like, wait, I want the old Coke.
But no, yeah,
And then Pepsi came out.
that's exactly why I started watching. Nope. If I had to rate it on the first watch, I give it an 8 out of 10.
What we give it 8 to?
Huh?
8 to what?
Nope.
8 out of
I give
10?
it an 8 out of 10. I do think it's a really good movie.
Is it a 10?
It's 8 out of 10.
Is it a 10?
It's an 8 out of 10.
Let's say nope.
Oh, this thing's annoying.
He's setting you up, bro.
My bad. Nope. But nah, it's a really good movie. I do think it's better than Us, but I don't think it's better than Get Out. So I think it falls second. And yeah, he only has 3 movies.
Nah, bro. He did
people said rate the
Candyman,
3.
bro.
People said rate the 3. Jordan
That's
Peele
because
might
I'm
have
forgetting he did it.
worked.
You think he just produced it?
Yeah,
He
he,
didn't direct it?
I don't know if
Oh,
he
didn't-
directed it.
He didn't write it, probably. Right? Is that probably what it is?
Could be.
Let's see.
But it's really good. Keke Palmer, she was fucking great in the movie.
She's a good actor.
Yeah, she's always been a really good
Good
actor.
actress.
He
Um,
didn't direct it. You're right.
Daniel Kaluuya. He always does his things.
There's only like how many?
Yeah.
There's only 5 actors in there.
And Stephen Ewan.
Keith David was in it. Yeah, the dude from
They got-
Walking Dead.
Yeah, they got Glenn from Walking Dead.
How many
Yeah.
actors were in the movie? Like,
Oh, there's a good amount of actors in the movie.
Did you go to the movie theater
one,
and see it?
huh?
which is a movie theater.
Yeah. One thing I do like about this movie, and this is why I said Jordan Peele is so smart, because I'm gonna say this without giving away pieces of the movie. He shot the movie in IMAX, right?
Mhm.
And when you shoot a movie in IMAX, like a lot of times it's like all the movies I've ever seen in IMAX were like Transformers, like freaking like Last Train or something. Like it's always
Avatar.
action movies or like some, you feel me, like Avatar, like
Last Train.
I forgot it's like a freaking action movie or some shit.
Or-
But so I've seen like movies in IMAX, but it was all like CGI based shit.
Mhm.
So Jordan Peele was basically saying that in the movie, right, there's like a certain trope that he's like making fun of. Like it's the theme of the movie, which is why one, he marketed it that way. Two, nobody really knew what the movie was about before they even like saw it. And three, it's like he said people like to make a spectacle of things. So this movie, he was like, this is probably gonna be like the most outlandish movie I make ever. But he was like, my movies will always kind of make sense. So he's like, this is the one movie that he wrote that people think it doesn't make sense until you take a step back and like look at the movie and you're like, all right, all this shit connects. Like, it all makes sense. So basically the point I was making about the IMAX or whatever is that like when they shoot in IMAX, it's like a wide screen.
Mhm.
So he was saying that a lot of people don't utilize that and they just like, do mad CGI and shit. So I don't know where the film location of the movie was, but it was based in like North Hollywood, like the North Hollywood Hills or whatever. So they had a ranch. And
Thought
it
they were
was
in like Texas from the trailer.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ranch that they have, like the shots that he has in the movie are all scenic shots. And it's like he said I did that because he was like, I felt like, especially in the horror genre now, or like suspense genre, he was like that a lot of CGI is being like just overly used in films. Like it makes sense for certain monsters or certain like things you need to put in the movie, but like said people like they overuse CGI. So he's like, this movie, he wanted to have like a lot of pure shots. And all the shots that they got at nighttime, like that's probably like the best camera work I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like in theater, like
Yeah, I got you.
amazing, bro. Like amazing.
We'll give
But-
the cinematographer credit.
Yeah, the shit is mad good though. That movie's mad good.
It's only in theaters.
Yeah.
People was the theater packed out?
Mhm.
AMC making a comeback?
Yeah. Hoyt van Hoytema.
Hoyt van Hoytema. He's from Switzerland.
Welcome back to another episode of Demigod Chronicles. This is your boy Isaki Dai, aka Demigod, and we are back here with another episode. When we holding it down, POP, all that. Here are my good co-hosts.
Welcome back to another episode. Got a great show for you guys. My name is Christian Lopez, and I'm very happy to be here. So let's get it.
We're here back on another Sunday. It's been a while. That's it, Let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Let's go down the rabbit hole, guys.
Down the fucking rabbit hole.
So anyways.
So right, so you have movies, right? Like you ever like really watched? I almost said scary movie. Scream.
Yeah.
Like
What?
you know why Scream was created?
Scream?
The movie.
Nope.
All right, so
Same thing. It was like
horror
they're making fun of the horror genre.
movies. Yeah, so
trope.
they made fun of a bunch of tropes.
It's like literally
I
in
thought
the
scary movie was making fun of.
scary movies making fun of Scream
scary movies just
and other movies.
Yeah.
But it's just all the scary movie. They take every famous movie from that year and make fun of it.
Yeah.
So like one scary movie was based around like Signs. Signs was like
and the scary movie only happened after Scream.
So
I think.
Scream was
Scream was the first. Yeah, that was like the main part of the first one.
Scream was a parody.
no.
Scream,
Scream's an actual scary movie.
but
Oh.
it's making fun of horror genre tropes.
Yeah.
like there's literally a part of the movie where it's all like the teenagers. They're sitting in the house, and the one kid who's really into scary movies
He's
breaks
explaining
down like
all the rules. Yeah.
He's like, one, he's like, you can never have sex. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you have sex, you die in a scary movie, Like just all that like dumb shit.
He's like, whenever
If you
the-
hear a noise and you go looking for it, you die. Like
Yeah,
he's just
the
doing
group
that.
splits
And like
up.
literally, yeah.
so it's
And
a
these things
movie.
all happen in the movie.
It's on some like I Know What You Did Last Summer shit, right? It's a movie where they're using other movies and making fun of like the cheesiness of other movies, and they're getting killed. I watched another movie yesterday, Grave Encounters. It was like the first movie Grave Encounters that came out. It was like the Blair Witch. Like they released the movie.
Wait, them Wait, is that the real name of the movie, or is that the?
What?
That's the one where they're making the TV show.
Yes, yes.
Yo, that movie's hilarious.
Hilarious.
I'm standing here with the resident gardener, Javier Ortega. Javier, have you ever noticed anything strange around the building?
No, not really. What do you mean?
Well, have you heard any weird noises or seen any ghostly activity?
I started working here.
Just started working. That's great. TC, can you just cut for a second? Okay, how about you make something up for the camera? Pretend you saw something. Just.
I gotta get God to work.
Okay. Okay, real quick. Wait. No. Just wait. Do we have any of the petty cash left? Yeah. Sure. Hey, Javier, that was $20, Sam. I'm standing here with the resident gardener, Javier Ortega. Javier, have you ever seen anything strange in the past 10 years of working here?
Yeah, I saw a ghost over here. It was really scary.
And they wanted to make it look like they were doing a reality TV show in like some spooky ass place. And then like they were actually getting killed during a reality TV show. And then when the movie came out, like in like actual pop culture, people was like, oh, it's based on a true story. Like those are real tapes and shit like that. And they had to come out and be like, nah, it's like the fake movie. So the second movie that they did was that they did it in like a real life setting of kids talking about the movie, actual Grave Encounters, the first one. And they were like, oh, like it's not real, like that's cheesy horror genre. And they start shooting their own horror movie. And their horror movie, like that they're shooting during the movie, it's like coming out terribly. And then the lead director of the movie, he's like just doing research one day, and he went to go reach out to the dude that did the first Grave Encounters. And then he's like, oh shit, like this guy's been missing. And then he looks in and like half the crew is missing. So he's like, wait, what if this is real? So then they go back to like the place that they recorded it, and obviously, you know, what happens. But I think movies like that where they make fun of other tropes and shit like that, like I think it's dope. And I like when they do that, because you're almost like pointing out the fact that they do this in other movies. Like, oh, is this when this is supposed to happen now? Or is this when this is supposed to happen now? And I feel like with like film and TV, like people like they follow like certain things. Like I feel like shows now, they feel like they have to kill a main character off. Like oh my gosh, like this is gonna be the biggest twist and turn. And now because people do that for a twist, it's almost never a twist anymore. Like you just know a character is gonna die off the show, right? Or they're just gonna do like some outlandish shit. And I feel like shows and some movies sometimes now, like they're starting to do like too much fan service. Like meaning like they'll look at how the internet perceives their shit, and instead of them just making the film that they want to make, they'll kind of like cater to it. Like you watch Euphoria?
No.
All right. So there's a character in Euphoria. His name is Fez. And he was like super likable. Like he kind of looks like Mac Miller. Like, but the director, Sam Levinson of the show, admitted that at the end of the season, like he said it in like an interview, that he was gonna kill Fez off. But when he saw how well received he was with everybody, he decided to rewrite the end of the show and make his character live. But when he did it, it didn't really make any sense because
you seen that kid around, right? He's pretty like famous lately.
But it when he did it, it made sense that he saved them, but it didn't make sense because of the way that he explained that he was doing things. Like he chose to kill off his little brother because of the fact that they were taking a break for 2 years before they shot the next film, and all of them is 20 plus. So they're gonna look generally the same. Kid that plays the little brother, he's 14. A 14-year-old and a 16-year-old look very different. So they're saying that like they didn't want to do a time loop in the thing. So it just made sense to kill his character off, because now we won't have to explain why he looks older when we come back and shoot. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. But he explained like, and there's certain things that like when I watched like the finale of the show, I'm like, these were things that were like shot and like done or whatever because months and months before. But I felt like he was trying to service like the crowd of people, like things that people were saying that they wanted to see happen on Twitter. And I think like it's cool to do that, but at the same time, it's a dangerous game because now like
is that why it's called Euphoria too?
What?
Trying to make like the perfect experience for you.
Nah, it's because like she's like this has to do like drug and addiction and shit, so she feels euphoria and she takes it, whatever. But I was talking to Monty about this the other day. I was like, I just feel like certain shows, they feel like they have to do that now, and now it's almost not even a twist anymore. Like I would have rather you like developed his arc for you to kill him off, but kill him off in like a later season or something like that. like season 1 or season 2. Like, who's the big dad? Who's it gonna be? And now like that shit feels boring almost. Like I hate when shows do that. Like Top Boy did that shit. Shit pissed me off.
I hate when shows think the only way to add stakes is death. You get me?
Yeah.
Like that's not the only way that like, because that's what makes something interesting to watch is like the stakes of like this could happen or that could happen. And death is the ultimate stake of like he could die. He goes forward. But I hate the fact that shows always feel the need to be like that, like go to that extreme. Like why does someone have to die? You know, jail is almost just as bad. Some, you know what I'm saying? Like, and which I don't want to ruin that and whatever. But you know, shit like that. I don't know, whatever. You just develop the character, whatever like the stakes are, the highest stakes for them could be. You know.
I just think that shit has to make sense.
And then you're by the end, you're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
someone
really
doesn't always have to
opinion.
die.
I don't watch shows to really know what's good or bad.
Like,
I do know a lot of shows got the same. I think the right word is plot.
Mhm.
A lot of shows just be having this like there's 100, CSI Miami's or whatever those are like the
yeah,
911. What's that show called? 9/11, whatever.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
All those shows
Chicago
are basically
Fire.
the same damn
Chicago,
Yeah.
bro. There's like 6
same
PD fire,
same damn show.
911.
And then it was
Everything.
every show's gonna have a love story.
Those like
They're the modern day
yeah,
like
those-
soap opera.
those like daytime.
But is life that way? Everyone's life. If everyone told you their story, everyone would have a love story in it. Everyone would have some tragedy in it. But then somehow they'd be like, well, things are working out right now. Everything's going well.
Yeah,
So it would have a happy ending. Is everyone's personal show kind of like that?
I
People
don't
told you
know,
their story.
bro. I was on
Nah,
cinema, right?
nah.
No, I don't think
I
so.
mean, a lot of people can relate to like most of those things, and that's why that like format has stayed for so long.
Yeah.
But I think a movie like The Joker, that's why like The Joker does well because it tells
Joker
like
did
this
really
very
well.
like different story. Taxi Driver, the old Taxi Driver
Mhm.
of like this weird guy who drives around in a cab, gets obsessed with a girl, fucking just he becomes like I don't know, this psychopath. And you're just like, whoa, I didn't know there's people out there like that. I can't relate to that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I can't relate to that shit at all.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? But sure, okay.
Oh
It
damn.
exists. And it's, I don't know,
What was the name of that
it's
movie?
absurd.
All right, so I was on cinema yesterday, right? And I was like scrolling through. I'm looking for like a movie to watch. And it was like new releases. And now with like the movies that I'm starting to see like a lot of like big actors and shit. Like they're taking on roles that's like lower marketed movies, but like I've seen like some good movies like that. So I was like, all right, cool. So like I'm scrolling down, I seen there was one with the dude from Shameless, whatever, the kid that plays Lip.
Yeah.
And it was like
TV show?
yeah,
movie?
no, it's a movie, but they were like, it's called The Host or some shit like that, and it's about them going to like a B&B, and they figured out like the B&B is like rigged with cameras, and like that's like real life shit. And I was like, all right, that's dope because that's like a problem that people have been talking about. Like you have to when you rent out B&Bs now, you have to check it. So someone used like a modern situation and made a scary movie about it. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. So I started going through more new releases, like hoping to see another movie like that. And it was a movie. It was called They/Them, right? And I was like, what is this? So I click on it. Kevin Bacon's on it, right?
What the fuck?
And I just read the synopsis, and I was like, bro, they are getting risky now. It says at a LGBTQ plus camp, a counselor basically goes rogue and he just starts killing. Like it says starts killing people of all sex and like gender identities. And I was just like,
Was Kevin
did you
Bacon-
not see what just happened last year with Halloween Kills? Like people had an issue with Michael Myers killing like 2 gay people in the thing.
Didn't he
was
kill
like-
a lot of people though?
He killed a lot of people. But now this is a movie about killing gay kids. Not gay kids.
Kevin
sorry.
Bacon was the murderer?
Yes.
Wow.
I think. I didn't watch the movie. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, bro,
Do you think sometimes
you're like this movie can either be like a really good movie or you're really gonna offend a lot of people. And I feel like you're just gonna do the latter. Like that shit is
there's
not,
2 groups of people watching that, all right? Either people who identify with the victims of
Mhm.
that and they're just like, oh, this is a fear of mine, you know?
yeah.
Or people who are just so homophobic, they're like, oh yeah, Kevin Bacon murdering gays, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? That's no. I would never watch that shit. What the
Nigga,
hell?
hell no,
Who
bro.
the fuck is watching that shit?
Nah, that shit's crazy. That shit.
Why would Kevin Bacon do that, bro?
Who's Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon,
What?
I got you right here.
Yo, you need to stop saying stuff like people are gonna think you don't exist. You've never seen anything with Kevin Bacon in it?
What does he look like?
Footloose. This is like one of his most famous films.
He not in the game no more. He probably a struggling actor, no?
Nah,
Nah,
Kevin
he
Bacon.
still gets some big roles.
Yeah.
Let's see. Has he gone through a divorce recently?
Has he got
No, he's been married to the same lady in 1988. He's good.
You sure? Maybe he's
Yeah.
struggling. I don't know.
So
should be alright.
if you had to write a movie,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
This is
Tremors.
Christian's film.
Yes.
For all right, let's break it down first. What genre are you writing?
Comedy.
Comedy. Setting.
Garfield, New Jersey.
Plot.
Making your first million.
Making your first a comedy about that?
Yeah.
It's a lottery ticket.
No. No, not lottery ticket. The fuck? We have a lot more fun than that.
All right, give me a synopsis of it.
What you mean?
Give me a elevator pitch of your movie right now.
Elevator pitch of my movie?
Title first. Go.
Title first.
Chris and the Garfield.
Title first. City of Champions.
Oh my gosh.
What is it
Okay.
about?
That is on your thing.
What?
On the Welcome to Garfield thing.
I know. That's why I said it.
Okay.
Come on now. City of Champions. All right. Synopsis. Think about this. The year is 1985. Young kid moves to Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Straight from, let's say he's from.
Ding. Oh, it's my floor. My bad, bro. I'll see you later, man.
I get
started stuttering, bro.
We're in the
What
actual
happened, yo? I
elevator.
thought you had the elevator pitch. Come on, yo.
didn't-
Shit moves
I didn't-
fast.
That goddamn movie sucks.
You didn't give me time. I needed to think about where he was from.
Go. Okay.
Now fuck y'all. nigga.
No,
Young kid.
Let me
I was
let me hear
invested.
your movie.
1985. Young. I'm gonna. All right, I got you. You're gonna have to pick this up from me. All right. I'm gonna
What?
give you.
It's
I'm gonna
Santi's
give you
turn
the
next.
beginning.
It's
I'm gonna-
Santi's turn next. Go in a
No,
circle.
no, no. I'm
We're doing a
gonna
telephone?
trim
Go
the
to
tap
telephone,
off
I
of
bet.
or what I
Go
already
in a
heard.
circle. I started.
1985.
Yeah.
1985.
Yeah.
Urban New Jersey, or yeah, I guess right. Urban New Jersey.
That's a city? It's a new city?
He said Garfield.
You made up a new city?
It's not rural.
He wants you to say Garfield.
No, I'm saying urban.
No,
urban
I just
city.
meant I'm just describing the like
the atmosphere.
yeah. It's,
Okay.
it's an urban part of New Jersey, not rural, not like mountainous.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
urban part of New Jersey, 1985.
Yeah.
Young man.
Uh-huh.
This is all I heard from your story. Where
Young
was it
man.
going?
All right, young man. First black man in the area trying to make a money, but he has to hustle through the
In
Italians.
1985.
Oh, so this is Gran Torino. This is a racist movie.
now he has to get in cool with the Italians and make it through so he could make his first million.
Insert
This
Eddie Murphy.
It was what many Saints of Newark should have been,
Yeah,
if anyone saw that.
that movie was mid.
Right? They literally introduced
Yeah.
like Leslie Odom Jr. as a cool ass character.
Yeah.
Almost it sounds almost like that. Like young guy. He's just trying to make a come up. And he gets in with the Italians. They don't really treat him well. They're a little racist to him. So he's like, fuck them. And then goes on his own.
Yeah.
But then they just forget about him. Like halfway through the movie. They're just like, he doesn't matter. This is who we're really trying to talk about. And you're just like, what the fuck, yo?
A movie that
No, but I'm saying we can do it
You don't got
because
enough
that's what
sauce in
that
that
should
movie
have
right
been.
now.
You don't
bro.
got no sauce, so throw some sauce.
I
in
need.
it.
I need. A
Why is
little
it
bit more.
comedy though?
Yeah, that's
Why
what
is
I'm
it-
saying. Where's the comedy? I need it.
Because life
Who
is
plays
a
the
comedic tragedy.
Oh my god,
yo?
Christian.
Who plays the mobster? Who plays the mobster? Like who's the mob boss?
So, wait, who's the antagonist?
The antagonist, or the mob boss, would
Is
be
the
the guy from
antagonist?
Deadpool. The main character from Deadpool,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. He'd be the mob boss.
He's
He's
the mob
fucking
boss.
hilarious. If that's a comedy, that's a good cast.
He'll be the
That's a
mob
good
boss.
cast.
'Cause he'll be a good like talking shit bad guy, but he funny as hell at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Who's? We didn't even give the main character a name.
The
not-
main
It's
character.
not Chris, is it?
Nah, I can't. It's not an autobiography.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
1985.
Call him Byron.
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 Where's he from?
Byron or Byron?
Byron.
Byron. I bet.
Where's he
Byron.
from?
He's
Like
from-
originally, you said he moved there.
his family's from Haiti.
Oh,
Haiti.
he just moved there
Yeah.
from Haiti.
Straight
Hmm.
Garfield, the city of champion.
All right, so this is
So he has an accent.
this
too.
is where the comedy comes in. He's albino, right? So people think he's white until
See, no, this how
until he
you
talks.
get canceled.
An albino Haitian? Come on.
This how you get canceled. You can't
and we
make
get Chet Hanks.
Can't make the joke about a group of people. You can't see this. He getting this canceled.
No, I'm not getting. I
no,
love
Because
albino.
I'm like, why does it being albino add to the comedy?
Because he's breaking a barrier as a white man, but he's a black man. That's comedy.
Okay,
Chris,
you got you got a point there.
people thinks he's white until he talks, and they're like, oh, he's not.
No,
white.
so what if he was like
So his gimmick
no.
becomes
So not
he's
albino.
deaf.
What if he was like a Logic?
What?
Logic. You know how Logic's black but he looks white.
Yeah, but if
Logic's not
Logic's
albino.
dad was Haitian, he'd look very different.
Well, what is Logic's dad?
I said
Light-skinned?
Logic's not albino.
No, Logic is.
I thought he was.
Like you ever seen J. Cole?
Huh?
You ever seen J. Cole?
Of course, I've seen J. Cole.
Now his brother his brother same dad, same mom, but the brother's white.
Bro,
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen what his brother looks like.
You can tell his brother is white, but he has black in him, but he's a white guy. Seriously.
So like he's like Blake Griffin white.
No, he even has like kind of white hair too.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
gotta see
brother.
a picture of this. Zach Cole.
No way.
They even named him Zach.
No way.
Why have I never seen his brother?
Get out, dude. That's not J. Cole.
He can say
Yes, he is.
he can say nigga. He can say nigga.
So that's him right there. That's
Wow.
That's crazy. Okay. There. All right. Okay. Is this him? Wait. That's him.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
That's crazy.
They're both
bro.
zebras. Just one
He-
has one is a white zebra with black stripes, and one is a black zebra with white stripes.
That's him too, right there.
Yeah.
All right. He looks a little bit more mixed there.
See it? So that's him.
Yo, the picture from their childhood though is crazy, man.
That's fucking funny.
Yo, that's
Someone put that shit on Twitter. It was like DJ Drama's black. He was like, "You think I'm?" He said, "You thought I was a white man saying nigga on mixtapes for all these years? Like what? Someone would have been checked him for that shit." Nah, that's actually funny. Nah, we could do that.
So
Yeah.
something like
He
that.
could be like that.
Okay.
So we're casting Zach Cole then.
If he wants to play the part. But he has to be we
And
need
put a picture of Zach Cole right here. We're casting him.
we need a probably like a young 20-year-old, 21, 25-year-old.
We'll put the CGI from Irishman on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got this.
Okay.
All right.
Have you not seen The Irishman? Is that what that is?
He hasn't.
I have no.
I'm just gonna save him. I'm just gonna save him
Yo.
having to say it again.
Yo, that's crazy. So someone has like convinced you to watch something. You're never gonna on your own like be like, I want to watch this.
Or it's like a it's like a
That's just, like,
special
not
event
what
for
you do.
myself. Like, it's like, you want to watch something? All right, cool. I don't know.
But again, that's you. That's someone else being like,
Yeah. I would
let's-
never like on my own be like,
like
I'm about to watch
you're home
something.
alone for a week. You don't gotta work. You got the week off. You're not gonna be like, I'm gonna watch this series. Like I always wanted to watch this.
Chris,
No, I'm not.
Nah.
No.
Damn. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. Not weird. Whatever. You
Yeah,
got
it's
your
not
own
normal.
thing, but
It's
that's
out of
weird
the
to me.
ordinary. I know. I just wouldn't do that.
Like
no.
I would. Yeah.
Some people just don't watch it.
When I was a kid, it started. This is
I feel like I don't watch a lot of TV either. Like people watch a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah, I don't watch that.
bro. When
shit.
I was
I watch
but
more
every now and then.
podcasts on YouTube than on TV.
when I was in
Nah,
high
you
school.
watch. I feel like you were able to catch up on a lot of shows.
Marvel. I'm on
Like
that.
Disney, like
Yeah.
yeah, Marvel,
on
Disney
that.
shit.
You already know
Sometimes
that.
I'd be like,
Fine.
what? No, I didn't even know that came out.
While we on, yeah, I like music more than anything. I prefer music over. I guess I prefer to listen to things than to watch
Yeah.
it. Maybe
Yeah.
for me.
Have you listened to
New music. Did you listen to Joey?
listen
No.
to Joey Badass album?
Oh, not yet.
No,
It's good.
good album.
Good album.
All right. So
King Bodman.
I'm a huge Joey fan.
Josie.
Huge. Like him, ASAP Rocky, Wiz, maybe a little Chief. Like shaped my identity to be in high school.
Mhm.
Like
I was
that's who
thinking
I
of
was.
Chief Keef this morning. Man.
That's who I was vibing with. So yeah, I've always been a fan of Joey. I do think industry Joey versus mixtape Joey was two different people. And he's openly said it. He's felt like they made him make music that he didn't really want to make. And this, I felt like he really got back to shit that he really wanted to make. Like what was that little 4-pack he did? It was not The Cure, that's J. Cole. What was the thing he did?
Light. or some
Light,
shit,
the light, right?
Yeah.
That shit was cool. And I was like, yo, this feels like Joey's music again. All American Badass and Before the Money, did not feel like Joey for real for me. And I could even tell by like the singles of them shits, like Devastating and all that. Like that's not.
I like Before the Money.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. The last full thing of Joey I liked was probably like Summer Nights.
Or nah, Summer Nights, of course, 1999.
Yeah. Rejects.
Yeah. But this one, every now and then, like even the album artwork, I really like. I'll like look down
Yeah.
on my phone real quick, and I'll like it'll remind me of 1999, and I'll be like, yeah, I guess it's like it'd just be like, oh, I like seeing that.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a
Like,
good album, man.
Amr had said that like when he was listening to it, he was like, "Oh, I felt like there's like a lot of ad libs on it." Like he was like, it felt like more like a mixtape. I was like, that's the vibe he went for. Like he's dating it because he wants it to feel that way. Like 1999, if you ever sat down and listened to it, like that feels like, all right, boom, I was just in Times Square. I just copped this little $5 CD off this little like some kid and just put it in, and now this was playing on the thing. Like all those songs feel like that. So I think he did a good job with like doing the same thing on this one. Like he created a feeling for it. And I do understand now why he had to push the album back, because like the clearance that he needed for like the samples that he had on there was fucking tough. People just thought he didn't want to drop the same day as Drake. Honestly, even if that was the case, I would fucking move off Drake's date too.
Yeah.
It's just fucking common business sense. My pride is not big enough to be like, oh nah, nigga, we gonna out. Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like,
I
dude,
know it's crazy. I remember
suburban housewives listen to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna compete. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Bad's like,
remember
yeah,
when,
I'm not getting that demo. Like,
remember when J. Cole, the same thing happened with J. Cole and Kanye. And Kanye was dropping, I think, Yeezus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same day J. Cole was
Born
going to
Sinner.
drop Born Sinner.
Yeah.
And people were like telling J. Cole move the album.
He said,
And he
I'm
was
gonna
like,
drop this album the same day as Kanye. Just to show him I'm
boy
now like Kanye.
That's crazy. He really dropped the same day as
Yeah.
Kanye. And still sold.
He still did, he ain't outselling, but
Yeah.
he did
And I
good.
came in 2, and then like
He
the
did good.
next week he went to number 1 and Yeezus
But
was number 2.
that's the shit you gotta be on. You really gotta be on some like Heart of a Lion shit.
Yeah.
But I think music this last year, so far, since the beginning of the year till now, from Gunna's album to this last album, I don't know if you listen to Vori like that.
He dropped again?
Vori might have top 3 albums this year, bro.
Yeah.
Vori might have top 3
I've been
albums this year.
listening to a lot of jazz music.
Jazz?
Yeah, my boy Nate, Nate put me on to something, bro. This goes so crazy.
instrumental stuff or like
yeah,
with.
no words. Well, a couple of them have
I got a good one
got
for
a
you.
couple of them. This one's called Charisma by Tom Brown.
I don't know.
Crazy. When you
I think
get
my
a
dad
chance.
listens to him. Play it.
And Najee, play the Charisma.
Yeah, I like shit like that. That's
Honestly,
cool.
when I want this fit, Native probably agree too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
send
got
him this
one for you.
clip. Larry
As
June and fucking
Wes-
Currency rap
Wes
over beats like
Montgomery.
that.
Put in Wes Montgomery. I'll show you
Wes.
which one.
That's how he finds them. Wes.
Larry June
Montgomery.
and Currency.
Yeah.
Wes with WES, right? Yeah.
He looks at what they sample, right? Nah,
Or the
that
ones,
that
add
type
one.
of music is like
Bro.
it translates, because I can put on songs
Mhm.
that they make like that.
Yeah.
And my dad will know the sample and he'll play the sample and I'll like that, like the sample just as much as the regular song.
Bro, I was telling Neighbor, I wish, because you can't force your kids to do something.
Yeah.
I hope one of my kids have a passion for music and just wants to play instruments. Imagine waking up Saturday morning or waking up Monday morning, your son playing the piano.
That'll be dope.
I'd be like,
Or he could
That's
be
a
playing the
beautiful-
drums and driving you
That's a-
crazy.
11 o'clock at night.
Put that fucking drum set up now. Nah, but
Now, I feel like you gotta I feel like you can't do that though.
nah.
As a parent, you can't do that.
I don't think you can force your kids to do something, but I think you can surround.
I added one song. And
Thank
from
you.
there, just be like, oh yeah.
I
I
think
feel like that's one of my favorite songs.
I think
Thank
you
you.
can surround your kid with it and hope they gravitate
Yeah.
to it.
But if they're showing passion, like say it's 8 o'clock, it's not past his bedtime. He's like into the drums.
Nah.
You can't go in there yelling and tell him stop.
Yeah.
You got to find a way for him to cultivate that without disturbing you. Like put him
Mhm.
in the garage or something.
Yeah.
Like, but like
Or
if you snip it,
just be wealthy enough to have like a full soundproof studio. You know what I'm saying? Like garage, you know, just
Yeah.
fucking
even if you put like go outside, my nigga. Like, you really gotta go, bro. Please go outside.
Yeah.
Go in the garage. Go in the shed. I don't care. Go
nah,
somewhere.
drums are way too loud. I
Oh,
mean,
this is
yeah.
music related.
Even
too.
if you had like a small shed in the back, like
Yeah.
Let me see your phone.
you build.
I do like.
You could
I
definitely.
like
build a
guitar,
shed.
man. My uncle and cousin play guitar, and I like whenever like I go somewhere,
can
like
you-
I'll stay with them, that you'll just like kind of wake up, or just like sometimes like in the middle of the afternoon you'll just hear like someone riffing on the guitar.
They don't do it now
I
where
like
you
that
could
shit.
have the sound come out and come in through your headphones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you can't give them something like that.
Yeah.
For a guitar you could.
Oh, but drums you can't
No,
do
for
that.
Drums
drum-
is
they-
just
they-
percussion. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
it's just-
silent drum sets like that.
Oh, like digital?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Would
guess.
it still work though? Would
I
he
don't
still?
know. Nah.
Rayvon, I'm pretty sure Rayvon used to have one.
I mean,
I
guess
you put the kits up there, and then when you hit it, it plays in the headphones,
Mm.
and so you can just get your practice in. And on the outside, you're just drumming on a soft pad.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's better than nothing, but I just
Yeah.
think still like
Yeah, if you want
know,
to practice late,
if you had like a concert, you know, that weekend, like you're not using no fucking digital set the night before. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna sound the same.
Facts. Hell no. If you got a concert, fuck whoever's opinion cares about you practicing the night before. Get your practice.
Or just
Um,
making bread.
also music related. Did you guys hear the King Combs, which is Diddy's son, and Kodak song?
Nah.
Kodak, man, free Kodak.
No, he's out.
I know, but he gotta stop. doing crazy
He didn't get in
stuff.
any trouble.
He didn't. They just let him go.
No,
He's just
he literally he
just free him, because I know he's probably gonna end up back.
Nah,
there.
he's
Like,
no,
this
he
just
got
be
got
wild.
arrested, but he made a song about it already and everything. He said that like
I love that.
like
shit, man.
he's been on the straight now for the last 2 years, and even he got shot 2 months ago at an award show.
Yeah, I remember
Like
that.
he was like, I was even in my town or whatever.
Yeah.
But he said every time he comes home, he gets bothered by the police. So he's like, when he got stopped, the cop didn't even ask him about the pills or whatever, any of that stuff. And he was like that he got in so much trouble that they know him by name, like his real name.
Mhm.
But Kodak has legally changed his name.
So
So
Kodak Black.
no, his name's Bill Capri now.
Mm.
So
What's his? All right. Oh no.
he had
What's-
his first name was, I think he had a Haitian last name, and then I forgot his first name. But
What made him choose that one?
I don't know.
Weird.
But I saw that the name that was on the pill bottle wasn't the name that they're familiar with, but he's telling them those are my pills. So that was the pills he was prescribed for the surgery he got after he got shot. And he got let out the same day. And he was telling them to look at the bottle. Like he was like, the whole time he was in cuffs, he was telling them to look at the bottle. And he was like, they didn't even like, he's like, I've gotten in so much trouble that they just didn't even believe him type shit.
I feel.
On some boy who cried wolf shit or whatever. So
Damn.
he was just saying that like
I got blessed.
they make him a scapegoat now.
God bless.
But I mean, at least he ain't
So
really
the
getting in
name on the
trouble.
bottle is Bill Capri.
I don't want
But
to see.
those cops knew him. They knew him as either Kodak Black or his.
No,
other
they
name.
know like his actual name.
Yeah, like his name
Yeah.
before Bill Capri.
Yeah.
But the bottle said Bill Capri.
Yeah,
I got you.
So they
Yeah,
arrested-
I've just
they
prayed
arrested him
Kodak
for it.
stay out of trouble forever, man.
Yeah. Nah, he's really talented, bro.
Did he just give himself some like white ass name so that way he never gets flagged when he takes a flight?
I
Like,
don't
what the
know.
fuck what is that name? Where'd that come
I
from? I
don't
need
even
that
know.
story. Yo, Kodak Black could never make music again and just be a personality and be fine. Like he's just
Yo,
hilarious.
I
bro.
was watching an interview yesterday. He's funny, man. He was like, people think I'm stupid, but I'm not. He was saying how he used to go do spelling bees. I used to go to spelling bees. I used to be high schoolers. But honestly, I don't know how I was spelling them words though. It was like-
You know, he's just unintentionally funny at times.
Nah, he's
or
fucking hilarious.
intentionally
Yeah.
funny.
But he made a song with Diddy's son, right? And now with music, we talked about it before, everybody's recycling shit, right?
Uh-huh.
So everybody's been using beats and sampling on it. So this song, they did the Crush on You beat. And the song is, I like it. It's pretty hard. But it's him. So it's him and Diddy's son.
Yeah.
People had such an issue with Diddy's son getting on one of the, they're like, oh, like, he's just trying to be like Mace. He's just gonna use all his dad's beats and all this stuff. And I had a conversation yesterday with Mills and Amber about it. I was like, bro, why do people be so mad? Like, fucking,
That's a great question.
what's the name said this shit? Dame Dash said this shit in the interview, and I said that's facts. He said, me as a man, he said, if I'm busting my ass to build a company and I'm raising kids to be responsible enough to run a company, why the fuck wouldn't I want them running my company?
Mhm.
Like, he's like, why are people coming to me talking about nepotism?
Yeah.
He's like, I bust my ass to put my people in position. Guess I'm giving them that job. The fuck? Just because you're you're
Literally.
ready to you graduated college and you have all these credentials, you're not my family. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I built this business for my family. So I was like, bro, if no one said, oh, why did this person sample this? Why did this person sample that? People have an issue with the fact that he's sampling music that his dad worked on. First off, you know how clearance goes. He's getting cleared. because it's his fucking dad's song. He owns the rights to
Or-
it, right?
yeah.
2, if he has to play any type of royalties outside of it because of it's someone else's song, he's getting it right back. His dad's probably sending that shit, wiring it right back to him. So I'm like, what? Like, wouldn't that make the most sense? My dad had a great career. My dad has music that's fucking generational.
He has a great catalog.
He has a
Like,
great
yeah,
catalog.
like-
Why wouldn't I work on some of the tracks that my father worked on?
I'll be honest.
And there was really people like, oh, he's just gonna ride his dad's coattail. Did all that? No, it's because it's not fucking Diddy on the song. Like,
Yeah.
he's being creative on a song.
And so what if he does?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't understand. Is like,
I'm riding
are
my
you
dad's
mad
coattail.
because you don't have people in your family that
Yeah.
can put you in a position like that? Are you mad that people are utilizing the people around
Bro,
them that are already
and-
successful?
And it's
Like,
crazy because those same people don't realize that they're riding their parents' coattails.
Mhm.
It just so happens that his parents' coattails better than your parents.
Like, fuck you want from him?
What do you
Bro,
want
if
him to
my
do
dad
with
is
it?
Diddy and I'm making music, I'm sampling my father's music. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, if
what
my
you
dad
say.
had a
Yeah, it's
billion,
ridiculous to be mad at people. For
if my
that.
dad had
Like,
$1 billion, he would help me do anything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't have $1 billion, and he still helps me do. He's been helping me do
Yeah.
everything I want to do.
every
So
parent
has my-
does.
That's what parents do.
It's literally every
why is that
parent.
hard to
I'm like,
understand?
bro, people are really goofy as hell.
Yeah.
But that shit just made me think of the Dame Dash shit because he was like that. People will really be like, oh, like they feel weird like working with his family members or whatever, like within his company. Because you feel like he's like, no, motherfucker, like they're a regular worker. Like if they add a line, if they some shit, they do some wonky shit, come to me. Like I'm not just gonna fire them, obviously. If somebody do something bad enough, he's willing to get rid of them. That's why
Yeah.
his company got to where it was. So he was like, people feel like they should feel wrong for wanting to put their people on or like wanting to, all right, my CFO is my cousin or this person's my brother or this person's my daughter. Like, no, if they're I almost said clarified, if they're qualified for the position
Mhm.
and you know them and you know they're like good people, then that's just all check marks in my opinion.
They got the job.
Yeah, like it's different if you're
Yeah.
fucking 10 years in a company
Yeah.
and someone's promising you a position and then this person's like on some arrested in development shit. 35-year-old son's like, oh, I'm tired of him riding my coattail. I'm just gonna make him the CEO while I retire. And it's like, all right, nah, like I was groomed for that position. That I
Yeah.
have an issue with.
Yeah.
But if you have your company going
Yeah.
and there's an opening and you want to fill that spot with someone who wasn't waiting for it and who was related to you, I don't think there should be an issue with that.
I don't think so either.
I
Like,
think like that's what you should work hard for. Is like, all right, boom, this is whatever. This is Lopez Enterprises. So of course I want people fucking like people said it was like the dude, your man's from Game of Thrones said it. He said he wants to be involved in the process of the House of Dragon shit. Because he said he's like I don't want to be 80 years old.
George R.R. Martin.
The dude that wrote it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said that he doesn't want to be like Stan Lee. Like Stan Lee was 80 years old and he was like, they just turned him into like a Easter egg because he couldn't have any say in the company that he like put all the work in for it. Like him and I forgot the
I
other
don't think
dude's name.
Stanley cared.
Huh?
I don't think Stanley cared at that
No.
point. He was just like, dude, do you know how much money they're paying me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
he owned the
Fine.
rights to everything, right?
No, he had sold things away.
He has like royalties though, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he has
I'm
that.
sure.
He
Like,
was-
he had to be caked up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just get
He was
paid,
Him and
bro.
I forgot
just
the other
even for
guy's
those
name,
cameos,
Jack
I'm sure.
something.
Like,
They literally created that whole universe. Spider-Man, freaking Iron Man, all of them.
They cake
Jack
up.
Kirby, I think his name is. But
Yeah.
huh?
Or Jack Kirby,
Yeah.
the other guy. Yeah, yeah.
But like that's understandable. Like, bro, if I have a company, I don't know if you've ever seen the show Succession. It's the same shit. Like his family, he's trying to figure out who's running his company, and his whole family's fucked up. One son's a cokehead. The other girl's hiding the fact that she's in like a relationship with a girl. The other son, he's like still on his mom's fucking titty, and he's like into like weird ass shit. So if that's the case, yeah, none of you are getting it. I'm gonna hire someone I'm leaving my company in good hands. But at the same time, I do want to have a company where I can fucking retire one day and my kids or their kids are fucking running the company and it's not just my last name on the building and a bunch of people.
Mhm.
And now I'm walking into my building and it's like, oh, like you don't even have
Yeah,
to say.
I think
I think the only time it's a problem is like when the person that is a benefits from nepotism and they aren't self-aware of it. I think that's when you use it as like, when they're just like, yo, man, like, like I did this all by myself or something like that. And you're just like, no, you didn't, kid. Like, relax. It's fine. You're successful. I'm not denying your success, but recognize you had a huge like advantage compared to a lot of
I'd be
people
blood,
because you
sweat, and
inherited
tears, but
this.
you had a fucking $2 million startup. That's
Yeah,
not blood,
you
sweat,
give
and
it?
tears. Bro.
No.
That's a big cushion.
Yeah. It's like, come on,
That's
bro.
like when someone
It's like,
someone
I'm
said
fine with you
Trump built
inheriting
himself
it,
from
but-
the ground up. I said, what?
No, it's insane.
Did you not? His fucking grandfather gave him like fucking $3 million to start off.
Yeah, Trump's very competent,
Yes.
but he didn't build himself from the ground.
Ground up.
Yeah.
Ground up is I have no money to go to school. I have no connections to get this job. I have no resources to get this internship. That's ground up. If you have people that are, and you shouldn't feel wrong for that. That's one thing I don't like too. Like people think there's almost like no because you can be born with a silver spoon and fuck it up. People do that all the time.
Yeah.
Happens more
So
than
you should
happens more times than not.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Or-
because you have that comfortability level, so you should still be happy
got
that
that
you
hunger.
came from something and still made yourself into something, because I feel like that's easier to become a fuck up than not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can come from nothing and end up with nothing.
Yeah, because I think most, like you said, most times it doesn't really matter where you come from. It's more so like how hard you're gonna work, how confident. Because even though you could start out with a lot and lose it all. It happens all the time. Usually takes like you said 3 generations to
Mhm.
lose everything that one generation built.
Yeah.
Most millionaires, people in the world, come from people who start out with nothing, and then we said it here before. Tough men make easy times,
Mhm.
or tough times make strong men who make easy times, and easy times make weak men.
Tough
who make-
men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weak men
Tough
make
times.
times.
Same thing
Yeah.
happens with families and generations. So, like I said, if you can continue like a legacy of just hard workers who just keep it going and keep building it bigger and bigger and bigger, then that's the real reward. Is what you pass on to the mindsets and the hearts of young generations. Who cares what you give them money wise?
Or-
You know what I'm saying? But because if they just get the money and do nothing with it, then who cares in the
Yeah.
first place? What was the point?
Marcus Aurelius is looked at as one of the best emperors of Rome.
Yeah.
And just, there was a great time during his dynasty, and then passes on to his son. And his son, like, literally causes, like, the fall of Rome,
Yeah.
Like, he was, he was looked at as
That
like,
was
this
his
very
son?
philosophical guy. Yeah, and he passed on to his son.
Wow.
Forget his son's name. Doesn't deserve to be. I mean, maybe. He deserves to smoke, but he doesn't deserve to be, like, remembered
Wow.
for good reasons. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But it's, like, crazy because he's, like, this guy that wrote, like, a great book. He was very
Meditation.
philosophical, but then had this, like, shitty son. You're like, what the fuck? How'd that happen, bro?
A lot of times it's like his son probably didn't go do the things that Marcus had to
Exactly,
go
yeah.
do. Like Marcus had like teachers his whole life,
Yeah.
like training him, and I don't know if his son did the same thing.
People
so-
who, like, wins the throne, essentially,
It's
rather than the
especially if
person
it's,
inherits
if
it.
he, especially like what was it? What I remember watching, it was one of them, Prince Henry or something like that, who like had to take the throne at like 15.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, that boy that had no time to develop, grow, and now
at
he was
all.
at
Yeah.
that time they're literally running the world, almost not the world. They're running like all of Europe or something,
Mhm.
literally fighting.
Their world, essentially.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
you're
like
going
the
to
world
war.
as they
You're
know
going
it.
to war with France every day.
Yeah.
To find out who's going to be the king of Europe. Like,
Or
it's-
at
Nah, that's
15.
just fucked, bro.
at 15, you're like,
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I know what I was doing at 15. I was,
I'm not trying to run no world. For real, for real.
If I did, it would have been chaos.
it would have been a zoo, bro.
Bro, imagine
You can't
that.
use that
You
power
really
at
have
15.
all that power at your
At
fingertips
15.
at that age, bro.
15.
How
Nah, it's
old
scary.
was Caesar when he started ruling? He was young as shit too.
The first
to be
season?
to be murdered, bro, by his best friend. Back then was nuts, bro.
But then also at that point, like when you're that young, are you really the person running it? You're just like, it's probably just a bunch of dudes around you who are
Yeah,
just like
and
manipulating you.
I did watch
You
that.
know?
I watched
They're
that.
giving you
movie.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
I
then
watched
they're just, like,
King
keeping you
Henry.
happy.
Did you guys see King Henry on there was a lot in the movie though. It
King
showed-
Henry?
Come on, Serena and Venus.
No. There was a movie
Oh, it's King
on
Richard. I'm
Netflix.
bugging.
Is it King? I don't know. There was a movie on Netflix.
Is it
about-
called The King?
Yeah, maybe it's the King.
Yeah.
Where,
It's
like-
like King Henry, right?
Yeah,
But
it was.
it's about King Henry.
But they were
About that.
like one of
Yeah,
his
okay.
councilmen were like finessing him to go to war with France, and that he ended up going to war with France unnecessarily.
Henry V.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's things like that too.
I don't like this movie. I watched it.
Robert Pattinson's in it.
Yeah. He plays the
Oh
French.
yeah, and that dude
he
from
plays the French one. He talks like this.
that dude.
We will go to war.
the first one.
Timothy Chalamet?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a movie that he's an addict in the movie. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
It's called like Flower Boy or some shit. Something
damn,
boy.
I
Golden.
forget.
Something. But he's like a freaking genius.
Fuck, what's it called?
And like before he goes to school, like the kid just like tries heroin or some shit.
It's named after a movie.
Gets
song.
addicted.
Beautiful boy.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah.
So sad, bro. So sad.
He plays a drug addict.
Yeah, he plays a drug
very
addict,
well.
and the dad, the whole movie is just like trying to save him.
Steve Carell's
like
the
he's
dad.
relapsing.
Carell's?
Yeah,
He's a great actor.
bro.
Cool.
Amazing
You know who
movie.
Steve Carell was, bro?
Steve Carell's in the movie.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
pod would have been over. We had to
Yeah,
jump
bro,
his
wow.
ass. The shit about Caesar too, like in a lot of those shits, those people like all like had like premonitions of their death and shit like that. And it's like, bro,
They would know they're about to die, right?
yeah, I just felt like how Jay said, like they're about around a bunch of people that are manipulating him. I just felt like one day they just woke up and was just like, oh yeah, they're gonna kill me. Like, nah, some real shit. Like
Yeah.
Caesar said that like someone came to him in a dream and they said, beware of the Ides of March. And, like, so he knew what was coming. Like, and even like the upcoming days, he was like telling people like information that like he wouldn't normally tell them, or like being like more caring and shit like that. And it's just like, bro,
'Cause I think, especially like human nature, especially like not that we're. I feel like now the way we live now, the world is so civilized that we don't have to use our human nature as much as we had to before. But back then, when it was more like heightened and we were more on our P's and Q's, you could just see how people are looking at you. Like
yeah.
they have this murderous look in their eyes, or like people are just the feeling and the atmosphere changes. You're in your courtroom and everyone's like, you're like, yo.
That was one thing
People
about
start talking back to you a little bit differently. You're like, yo, they're gonna.
bro, that shit is scary. That fucking chapter of whatever it was like English class. I forgot what book we was reading, but I remember we were doing like Shakespeare and like all these other shit. And there was one story we did, and I don't think it was a Shakespearean story, but it was about like this on some like Lion King shit. Like fucking dad's on his deathbed, uncle wants to take over. The kid to take over, he's gonna be like 10 or 11, and like he would be able to take over, and like so the uncle wanted to kill him or whatever before, so he could have rights to the throne. And I'm just like, I'm 11, bro. I do not care about running a country, and just because I'm by blood in line to run this shit, someone else is gonna come and try to kill me when I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what 12-year-olds did back then, but I'm playing with my wooden sticks. Like, my nigga, I'm just trying to live my life.
That's
bro.
crazy. So what? At what age do you have to start grooming
Young,
a kid to be a king
young,
or queen?
young.
You'd have to do it without them knowing they're being groomed to be
Mhm.
king. You'd have to do some like Truman Show shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You just like
you can't
have
go
all these.
outside those
You have all these
walls.
like fake obstacles in your life that you don't realize are fake. They seem real. Like your bully's real, but your bully's in on it. Like he's been told to fuck with you. You get me?
Yeah,
It's like, you know, teach him adversity. Teach him how to stand up for himself.
Cause I gotta do things.
You have
with
like
kids.
an inspirational character who you think is just your teacher, but he's really there like just for you. Like
That's
his
a-
job isn't to teach you. It's to like, it's not teach a class. It's to teach you.
That's why I was listening to Jordan Peterson once, and he was talking about how you kind of have to do things like that for kids. So he was
Mhm.
telling a story once when he was a kid, and it was like him and his friend. They're at this park, and all the kids are about to start fighting. And he looked up. He said he saw his mom at the top of the hill, and instead of his mom saw what was about to happen, she said they made eye contact, and she just turned around and walked away.
Nah, that's crazy.
Because he was saying, but like
that
how
seems messed up.
Wait, a bunch of kids were about to start fighting.
Like,
Or-
you know,
or he was about to
typical-
get jumped.
no, like typical kid stuff.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
You know, you guys
Yeah,
are playing
no.
baseball, and you're about
Let
to
'em
start.
rock.
You know, you start
I
fighting your
believe in that. Let
friends.
'em rock.
But like to turn the back part,
Because it-
that
he-
seems.
he
That
says he
seems bad.
realized, like,
because that
in-
seems like I feel like the lesson you're learning there is like, oh shit, when I'm in trouble, my mom's gonna turn her back on me, rather than just like I have to learn to
Mm.
fight for myself.
No,
Yeah.
he
She almost should have just like the fact that they made eye contact.
Yeah.
Make it so weird. Like she should have like just not even.
Hopefully, she had a
Ever
hat
look.
on. She could just.
Yeah, you go.
you got to go through this, boy.
Or yeah,
That's all you
Nah.
even a
do,
head
my
nod
boy.
would be better.
But he was saying that for like kids' development, how like kids have to do that. How we would play without our parents being watching over us. How all the like that old experience we had when adults and stuff weren't around. That you have to let kids experience that because that's like part of their
Yeah.
real development. Like so, you have to let them fight.
Yeah.
You have to let them fall if they're skateboarding, get hurt.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like kids have to do that.
Yeah. No, you can't do that like helicopter parent shit where you
Yeah, I
guys
think
are,
they said the
trying to put
rate-
these bumpers up for kids throughout their life.
The rate of kids who are playing without parent supervision has been declining. Like now,
OD.
like-
OD. Like, just 'cause it's not the same anymore, bro. Like when we were kids, bro, I swear, and I don't know if it's, you know how you remember things sometimes?
Yeah.
Like I saw a fucking post, and it was the funniest thing ever because I was like, the fact that somebody realized that and coerced into real life is fucking funny. But the commercials, they used to always say like tricks are for kids.
Mhm.
And when we're younger, tricks were like shapes and fucking flowers and shit like that.
Mhm.
And then when they got older, they just changed the cereal to be like circles. And then someone was like, what if they're not really circles? What if we can't see the shapes because we're not kids anymore? And that shit like blew my brain.
Oh.
Right. And that I thought that was pretty cool. But like I was talking to my brother about it, and he was saying like the shit that we used to do when we was kids, like he would never let like his kids do that. And I was like, bro, we used to get on a bike at like 10 a.m. and tell our parents we were leaving with no cell phone.
Yeah.
Like 4 boys, none of us have cell phones.
Mhm.
But my mom is like, 4 of you are going. Y'all 4 is coming back. Like, you feel me? Like she never had that doubt in her mind.
Yeah.
Because like she just knew we had each other's backs. But it's like now my brother has 3 kids and one of them's a baby. So really just like 2 that are able to go out. But
Yeah.
he wouldn't send them down the street to the park.
That's
and then to
interesting.
come back. But it's because like I remember being a kid and like that trick shit. I don't know, it's because I was a kid. Like I never remember hearing about shit happening during the day. It would be like I would go to sleep, I'd wake up, and be like, oh, this bad thing happened last night. They shot over here, or they did this over here. This person got snatched when it was after dark, and
Yeah.
all this other stuff. But now it's just like broad day. 2:00 in the afternoon, this person got snatched on a busy street.
Yeah.
Like in front of everybody.
But you know what's crazy?
Witnesses.
But you know what's crazy about all that, bro?
I don't-
So
I don't-
the rate at which there happens has gone down every single year. Like less bad things.
Abduction?
100, bro. Less bad things
I
happen
don't know about
today.
abduction, bro.
Bro, trust me. There's like data on it.
I think so.
Less bad
I
things.
think I agree with him on
less
this.
bad things
With
happen
abduction,
today.
That's the only thing.
Bro, less bad things happen today than happened 30 years ago. That's a fact. But it's shown to us more now.
I think it's shown more, and I think it's recorded more.
Yeah, that too.
I think this
So
data
now it's just
wasn't
in
good
your
back then.
face. It's always in your face. So
Like I've always seen missing persons things, but I just feel like now it would be like a lot of times it'd be assumed that the person ran away from home. Now there'd be like video evidence, like a street cam again.
That's what I'm saying. They
Them,
think
like,
the kid ran
shoving
from home
in-
back then.
You feel me? No, I don't know.
They thought he ran away from home because they didn't want to believe that there was any fucking creeps in their goddamn neighborhood. But there were just people fucking kidnapping kids, probably keeping them in their basements and fucking suburbs of Ohio or
Yeah.
some shit. You
Because
know?
even-
Like
bro,
the
even-
black phone, I watch that too.
because and it's
Or
not the
Lovely
not,
Bones is
and it's
like
also
that.
not to say that people have gotten better. You heard Asante? It's not to say that people have gotten better or like
I don't know.
it's
Yeah,
just that
distinctly.
there's cameras on every single street.
Yeah.
So doing crimes today are a lot harder than they used to be. Like getting away with
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was talking to somebody. He was like, "Man, you gotta know, man. Back in the day, man, it was crazy out there. But man, that whole idea like of the kingpin drug, man. He said that don't exist no more. He said they got cameras that'll catch your face for 10 feet away,
That's facts though.
bro. 10 feet away, catch your face. Know
La-
exactly what you look like.
Last year around Christmas, I got to watch the character arc of this one guy that was because now they have like the Ring doorbells and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we set one up at grandma's house, so they have like the community app where you can talk about things that happen in the neighborhood, and it's like updates, like, oh, there was a fire on this corner, there's a roadblock on whatever. So it's like a community tab where you give live updates. And there was this guy that
Do
was
you really need
riding.
an update if there's a fire going on? Like, you don't think? Oh, I guess if you're not home,
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But
just look out the window. Hey guys, there's a fire over here.
there's a fucking fire over there.
If you couldn't tell by the giant pillar of smoke in the fucking air, if you need a fucking goddamn Twitter notification.
Dude, Jason's hilarious. But there was this guy that was like stealing packages, and he got caught on like multiple Ring doorbells, just
Wrap
going
him
up and
up.
stealing packages. And this is like right before like Christmas, maybe
Wrap
like
him up.
the first and last week of November, first week of
Wrap
December.
him up.
And like he did it for the whole month. Like was just, and it's in the community app. I think there's a radius around, like, obviously the connection group. And he was hitting that rate. He probably hit like 10 houses. He's driving the same car every day, all this other stuff. And then like, so I'm watching it within this app. And then like Kiki's now sends the article of like the dude got caught. And it's like the North Jersey news article, and it shows all this stuff. And I'm just like, bro, like before you just see a news article, like, oh, this guy's been burglarizing houses. We caught him. He did a string of robberies. Now, real time, I'm watching this man walk up to the door. I'm watching him pick the packages up. So I'm seeing him developing every day.
Yeah.
And creating more of a charge every single day.
And
And then I see the nigga
he's got
get
new
caught.
tactics every
You know
day.
what's crazy? He saw himself on the news like, oh my God. Like, he probably thought, I fucked up.
That shit.
When he saw himself on the news, I knew his heart dropped to his stomach
Yeah.
because he knew it was over.
Over.
You're going down because he don't got the money to buy a new car, he wouldn't be snatching up packages.
I heard someone say they were like, I think it was a comedian joke once. They were like, back in the day, man, to commit a crime, like the most heinous crime ever, he's like, all you had to do was just not be there when the cops showed up. You know what I'm saying? And you got away with it. So you commit a bank robbery, every single person can see your face, DNA all over the place. All you had to do is just not be there when the cops showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see you committing it. Prove I did it, you know, and that was it.
That was him.
You know,
Pointing at the wrong people.
I used to be afraid to like spit places when I was a kid, like outside of like my house and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't spit in my house. I mean, like outside, like the perimeter of my house. Because I'd be like, oh, what if I spit on the ground right there and then someone gets shot there later and they find my DNA at the scene? I get arrested or some shit like that. And that's what happens when you're fucking 9 years old trying to watch CSI Miami, thinking you know shit.
I think those shows were, I think those shows are propaganda.
What?
This is like a conspiracy
A
theory.
way to let people know, like,
because I've worked for the police department before. I know absolutely, like, of course, if something terrible happens, they might. Yeah, it's fine. It's if less.
Jason's
like,
a healthy man
unless
right
something
now.
absolutely terrible happens and they bring in like the FBI or something like that, they're not going above and beyond to prove murders. Murders have, like, you know what I'm saying? Remember working there once? It's been long enough. I can say this shit. They just found a guy in the street, no head, absolutely no. His head was gone. They never found out what happened to him. I don't even think they sent CSI. I think they called it over like it was normal. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I think, and like tracing people's calls, shit like that, it happens sometimes. They can kind of do it. Most police departments, I don't think, are really doing it unless they have reason to believe that like you were in a, you know, like a dire emergency, you know, no pun intended. But yeah, I think they made those shows because then people would call up and they'd be like, oh, you can't just do this or that. I'm like, no, I really can't. And like they would be saying shit like from shows. And I'd be like, yo, I think they made these shows so people didn't commit crimes for that reason. Before you commit a crime, you think to yourself like, fuck, they could do this, they could do that, you know?
so
But they don't.
So Siri not
It's
tapping my
almost just
calls?
like, huh?
So Siri not listening to me on my calls?
That's probably some like, I don't know, QAnon shit.
But what was the guy from
knows?
WikiLeaks who said that basically the government was watching us at all times?
Eric Snowden?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he was? Is that what the WikiLeaks was? They're basically watching us.
I think they have the ability to.
No,
I
yeah,
doubt
they do.
they don't have the resources to.
They probably have
You get
the
me?
data on tap, but no one's
Like if they want to, they
sitting
could
down
get into
listening
that.
to Christian Lopez every day.
Yeah.
But if Christian Lopez was in some shit,
Yeah.
then
Like
yeah,
the moment I start Googling, Google that about 10 times.
let's get him.
We got it. You guys remember when they were doing them scam calls where they would call you and tell you that you had to go to that they were gonna come pick you up from the jail and then please turn yourself in?
What?
Oh yeah, they was throwing them
Oh,
scam.
no, they was trying to get you, nigga.
Nigga, I was
I think that might have been a legitimate call. I've never gotten one of those.
And never got the scam call where it was like, "Hi,
You have a warrant out
Christian,
for your arrest?
Your prints are all over this murder weapon. Chris is like, yeah.
Bro.
Every time I see the cops, they start chasing me randomly.
That's so weird.
It's
bro.
a little game we do.
Yeah,
Bro,
don't
when
know
I did
why.
that, I started panicking. When I got
Those my
that voice
boys.
call, I started panicking, bro. But I Googled the question. I Googled what the voicemail said, and it said it was a comment scam.
Yeah.
But I was panicking.
And they told you to go down to the police station? And
Yeah,
turn
they
yourself
return
in?
myself in, call this number back, or turn yourself in. Yeah.
You're
What's the scam though? Usually they ask for your credit card information or something like that. But if there's something telling you to go to the police station,
you ever be scanning a certain website and you get that pop-up block? Like, "Oh, we tapped into your VPN. Get off this site now." That's fucking propaganda, right? I'm here what I'm here to see. I'm watching it. Nah, sometimes in movies when you look at the plot, it's like, but that's so stupid. It might actually happen. Like when
Bro, I
like,
can't
all
believe-
those like White House down and Lip has fallen. I'm like, the way they just took over the White House was just ridiculous. And I was like, I hope that this like they wrote it like this because that really can't happen.
yeah. Nah, I don't know. What? They just like stormed it, didn't they?
No,
With
like,
trucks?
White House down, they had like ice cream trucks like surrounded.
I mean, we
And then,
saw
like,
how.
the wheels
Oh,
blew
I
out.
was
And
thinking
niggas
of
had like
the other
fucking
one.
But I mean,
heavy artillery.
we saw
in there
how
and
easy
shit.
it is to take. I mean, they did it on January 6th. I mean, it's not that hard.
They had an invisibility cloak.
Nah, they made it look pretty easy. So if they could do it, I mean, if they could do it,
They
I'm
just, no, what happened is, since like Washington, D.C. is like just full of like granite and like marble, they just were able to like blend in with all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Limestone.
Yeah.
They just fucking, you know.
Yeah, and the dudes who had the white cloaks on, those dudes especially, they just slipped right by.
Oh,
They were inside and people didn't even see them.
They
They
didn't
were
even see
inside
'em.
hanging out for a while. They wore masks and everything. It was crazy.
Oh man.
it's getting real hard to commit crimes now because of things like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's technology, bro. Like in China, I think China has a facial scan of all their citizens. You have to scan your face into an app.
Yeah.
So now when the cameras pick you up, it gets it it knows the face recognition from the app, so it can catch you when you do things wrong.
And yeah, social credit score. It's not even illegal things. It could just be like,
Yeah,
you were bad to someone, like you were rude to someone. You didn't hold the door open for a lady. Now your score goes down because you're not like chivalrous or whatever they deem like valuable and unvaluable.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but I just
You
feel
think
like
you think we'd ever get there?
If we let the liberals take over,
If Joe Biden gets another term.
fire.
Yeah, you guys think Joe Biden does another term?
If
Like,
AOC
honestly,
absolutely not. I think
Can't.
he's gonna do it anyway. But then there's an age limit on president. We need to put an age cap. Like,
Word.
because my boy Trump drink water like this. He's shaking for He's shaking. He's shaking his hands trying to drink. Bro, if you don't get your old ass out of here,
Word,
man.
there should
Nah,
be
this is
there should be
jokes, man.
like an obstacle course you got to do, right?
What is the age? You can't be under 44, right?
35?
Is 35 or 44?
I don't know.
I
It
think it's 35.
might be 35.
Now I'm joking. I have nothing against old people, but it's a joke. But
I do. Dude, I saw an old person once drive onto the
What?
highway.
I just typed in
off-ramp.
age limit. The first one was age limit for penis growth.
let's have a time.
Somebody wants to know if they're done. Yo, age limit to join military? That's fucking nuts. Why is it the top search?
Come on, bro. We know that. Stop shirts. That's the most important question in society right there.
Yeah, natural born and at least 35.
35. So, like, it is. They should pass a health physical. If you have, like, I heard it was on in the night. You can never trust it.
an
But
obstacle course,
imagine
man.
some people in Congress have Alzheimer's.
Imagine or
Yeah,
people
imagine.
do?
No, imagine.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure.
But why are you up there?
There's got to be at least one who's got like.
So it's
Early-
There's people
early
with those
onset
jobs
dementia.
that can't drive to work.
yeah, it's like, why are you up there? You can't.
Yeah, I thought the light was yellow.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Because once you start doing it, you don't know what not to do.
But bro, give it
And
up. Retire.
You can't
get
give
him
up
out
the
of there.
power. You enjoy the power, I think, and the
Get it.
title.
Get him out of there. This is what I
Yeah.
love to do.
Pack
It's
that
not the type
shit
of
up.
job where you could do it just because you love to do it. Like,
Or-
it's not that go make pizzas or something. Go do something you love to do. Go
Even like Supreme Court. Supreme Court is
go
till
work your
death.
garden. That's what I'm saying, bro.
You can't be elected out. You can only step down or just die in Supreme Court, which a lot do. Like, what's her name just did? Is
That's what I'm saying, bro. At what point
RGB?
what point are you not thinking-
RBG?
Like, at what point have your cognitive abilities start to
Ruth Bader
decline?
Ginsburg or something like that? All right.
You're declining. At what point? Okay, sorry, you have to leave.
Yeah.
That's why our government is so inefficient,
I think
bro.
that Trump shit was funny. Because I saw that video recently and I said, why I never see that nigga in office do that shit? I never saw that video when he was in office. That nigga-
Yeah.
Like, you was better off just getting a straw and bringing your mouth to the water.
No, he'd look too weak. He's like, I want sip from a straw. Oh, they'll think I'm weak.
Yeah, you suck these straws.
Yeah. If I suck a straw, they'll think I'll suck anything.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
That's funny as hell. But you guys ready to wrap?
Yeah.
This has been another episode of the Demigod Chronicles.
I like how we made. Wait, can I just say I like how we just made fun of both presidents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to us, bro.
Facts.
Look at us taking no sides. All right, everybody gets it.
Fuck,
They're both fools.
fuck everybody.
All right.
And we're gonna get Chris to come out one of these days with his identity. And I'm not talking about his sexuality either.
His identity. Oh, as what his political identity?
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Chris
he
like, I
has
don't
one.
have one. But he's like, we fuck the liberals. But this has been another episode of Demigod Chronicles. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Whether you stop listening after 15 seconds, whether you made it to this point, we appreciate you for even giving us a chance. As you can see, we try to have more fun on episodes. We got more content coming to you guys. What day is it? What's today's day?
24th.
Will I be here next episode? What is Jamaica win? 6. I think I'll be here next. Yeah. Well, I'll be here. But we got more stuff coming to you. We trying to get a a live event going before the summer is over. So look out for that as well. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Chris, for the people in Spanish.
Gracias por escuchando. Yo espero que tú continuar a escuchar por siempre. Y yo espero que te veo. Nos vemos. So,
Yeah.
I said some bullshit at the end.
Yeah, you guys gonna be seeing some changes, man. So you feel me? We just gonna
Oh my
just roll with the
God.
punches, people. That's all we ask. Follow everybody at J Square, at CB.Lopez. Follow the page at the Demigod Chronicles _ at the DGC _ on Twitter and on YouTube at MSTRD and no _ space studios. You can follow me at _ Demigod _ and at MSTRD _ studios.
Little
spelled
rusty
with a
there.
V.
You sound a
rusty.
little rusty there.
A little it's all right. It's all right. Listen, y'all know I'm here. You feel me? We outside.
Yo, I'm starving right now, yo.
Yeah?
I could
Kava
use some
sounds good right now.
Kava.
I wish I
Shameless
got
plug.
one.
Kava's delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, we here and we out of here.
Ow.